As someone who has just moved on from writing poetry and non-fiction to writing fiction, in the beginning I didn't understand how to plan my book. So the new adult fiction romance novel that I wrote, that I've just finished writing, and it's with my beta readers and my agent, I had a very messy planning process. Like, I didn't really understand how to plan it. So I wrote like chapter summaries and I wrote a character list and I did all of that. But for this book, the next part in this series that I'm writing now, I've decided to focus just on planning for now. So like, I need to spend a good chunk of my time planning the whole book so that when it goes to writing it, I know exactly what I'm doing. With this book, we've got the character list, the novel outline, and the plan here. And this is how I'm doing it. And then that's the manuscript there. Let's open the character list. I've got the name, age, the physical description, background, and the personal struggle / character arc. It was really important for me to have a character arc or a personal struggle. In the previous planning that I did for my previous novel, I had a personal struggle, but I didn't have a character arc. Now, the character arc is really important because it helps you see where your character is at the beginning and where your character is at the end of the book, so that you have a process, you've got somewhere to get to for the end of the novel. So as you can see, I've got all my characters here. Not every character has a background and a character arc and so on, because some of these characters are background characters as well. But I've got like a general process for what's going on in this character list. The next part is the novel outline, which is a less detailed version of the actual novel plan. Let me show you exactly how this is. Here I've got the chapter, so this is chapter 1, and then I've got scene. Now I've got a dual point of view novel going on. Scene 1 is from the perspective of my, main female lead. Then scene 2 is main female lead, and then scene 3 is actually the male lead. Then over here, what's happening in each scene, and then I've got the central theme. Say this is the introduction, this is when they meet for the first time. So then over here, the central theme would be first intro, essentially. So that would be the theme of this particular scene. Every single scene is going to have a central theme. And then over here, for each scene, I've got which characters are involved so that I don't forget when it comes down to writing this scene, and I don't forget anyone, essentially. As you can see, I have made progress here, so I have done quite a few chapters here. And this is supposed to be a less detailed version of the novel outline, which I'm going to show you now. Sorry, I meant the novel plan. So this is the plan of the novel, which is a more detailed version of the novel outline. Here I have chapter 1, and then I've got which lead it's from the point of view of. It's from the female lead's point of view. So then scene 1 happens under the female lead's point of view, scene 2, scene 3. Now, if I've got the male lead's point of view, then I'll put that here and I'll be like scene 4, scene 5 happens from the male lead's point of view. Now, in here, I'm going to have huge chunks of writing. As you can see, my novel plan is very, very detailed. Every single scene and whose point of view, everything that's basically going to happen is going to be in here. And then this is then summarized and put into the novel outline, essentially. That's what happens here. It gets summarized and put over here. The one thing I've learned when it comes to planning a novel is that the plan is for you, okay? So you can write gibberish. You can write X did this to Y. The main lead feels like this, the female lead feels like that. You can write whatever you want. Nobody is going to see that plan except for you. It's to guide you when you're writing the book. And I'm not going to lie, in planning this novel, I have come so far in terms of like what I'm thinking about it, what's going to happen, where my characters are going. I feel so confident. I don't feel as confident as I did with my previous novel. I didn't feel as confident with my previous book as I do with this one, because of the fact that I've planned it in such a way, in such a detailed way. So I would say definitely plan that book. Your plan is the most important part of you writing your story. So yes, I hope it helps you. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below.